just added a new crypto to the portfolio. That's right, man. Sui. Sui is the layer one I just added. And I'm loving what Sui is doing because I feel like they're making DeFi easier to use with one click options, especially using the Slush wallet. And we know that Sui makes it easier for regular everyday people, the consumer, the retail investor, to get into crypto and use DeFi without all of the other things that's involved in it, man. So we're going to talk about some of the reasons why I'm bullish on Sui. We're also going to talk about price and much, much more. But before we do, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget, turn on those notifications. Also, my link to the Coinbase. If you haven't signed up already on Coinbase, sign up on Coinbase using my direct link. We both make money when you start trading at least $20 of cryptocurrency on Coinbase, and you get a free $30. So they just giving out $30, especially if you're gonna buy crypto anyway. So use that Coinbase link, and we gonna get straight into it today, talking about price and where we at right now. So, man, I'm currently looking at Sui on Coin Market Cap, and we can see Sui is currently ranked 20 out of all the cryptocurrencies out right now. And we can see in the past year, we are down 62%. So this really gives us a great buying opportunity. A lot of people feel like they missed Sui at first. They felt like they didn't have a chance to buy Sui when it was down. Well, now is that opportunity that people have been asking for. And we can see currently market cap is at $6.15 billion, and it's down less than 1% on the day. Community sentiment is 84% bullish, 16% bearish at this moment in time. So people are still bullish on Sui as we go, into a full-on altcoin season. I still think we're going to get that altcoin season where alts, a majority of the alts perform, especially if it's good alts. Now, let's look at some of the stuff that's going on with Sui, man. So, back in May of 2025, Sui co-founder says 160 million in funds are frozen and will be returned to the person stolen from Cetus, and 160 will be soon returned to the Cetus pool. So that just shows Sui network is capable of seeing all of these different transactions, seeing when it's fraudulent transactions, and stopping those fraudulent transactions. And they also stepped in to compensate the Cetus losses in full after $223 million loss. So that's something else. And we also know that ETFs are becoming big, and we're going to talk about that as well. The ETFs for Sui, and also the digital asset treasuries that Sui is currently in. But like I said, right now, man, just the overall crypto market is in the red. So we got to understand that when the overall market is down, yes, it is some outliers that are performing, but for the majority of the part, the market or the crypto altcoins are going to follow what the market is doing. And right now, the market is in the red. If we kind of just take a look, man, we are down less than 1% or right at 1% for today as far as the entire overall crypto market cap. And then we can see the fear and greed index is 25 out of 100, while the altcoin season is 21 out of 100. So people at this time are still fearful, but we know with these assets, if you are buying great assets that you look to hold for a long term or appreciate over time, Sui is one of those layer one blockchains that you really want to pay attention to. Now let's get into some of the good stuff, man. From seamless assets to fast reflex gameplay, Sui is powering a new standard for shooters. Society Official is now live in early access on Epic Games Store, powered by Sui for speed and scale. And you can play it on a Sui Play 0x1. So, man, this is just another, banger as far as bringing gaming onto blockchain technology. We know gaming really hasn't had its field this cycle. Last cycle, gaming projects were taking off left and right. People couldn't keep their hands out these games. They was investing very much so fast and with speed. But now, GameFi has been kind of placed on the back burner for just this time, for just this segment of the market. But I do think GameFi is going to play a big part in a crypto space, especially being able to own your assets within the game and actually own the items that you're playing in the game, that's a game changer. And I think that that's going to absolutely expand GameFi. But right now, that's kind of on the back burner with everything that's going on as far as, AI, DeFi, all these things that's, the narratives right now that's driving the crypto space. Right now, GameFi isn't being looked at like how it was last cycle, but I do think it will be or will come back with a vengeance. And GameFi is going to be one of the biggest sectors in crypto. And with Sui having one of the best blockchains to create games on, this is super huge for Sui. Now, something else, man. Today, Vanguard Group has listed 2 crypto top 10s, including Sui, from both 21 Shares and Bitwise, man. So let's talk about it, man. Sui's mainstream integration is accelerated. We getting talks from Vanguard. We're getting put in all of these ETFs. Sui is in multiple ETFs, man, and that's something that's huge because I know you're like, Tro, how does ETFs help the crypto if they not actually buying the crypto? Well, that gives exposure and shows it is a legit crypto when it is being put into an ETF, and that helps TradeFi, traditional financial people, say, okay, this might be on to something because they put it in ETF. That means it has to have some type of utility or it has to be doing something. And that, leads to regular TradeFi investors who don't really want to hold private keys or who's not familiar with the crypto space to buying Sui through these ETFs, man. So super huge in my personal opinion. Now, something else, Sui saw daily transactions grow by 28% over the last 3 months, surpassing Polygon, Arbitrum, and Aptos. So Sui transactions continue to grow, and it's growing bigger than some of these layer 2 solutions as far as transactions and as far as the 3-month change goes. And we know, like I said, Sui makes it super easy. I think I'm gonna start doing some DeFi videos on Sui as well because I was super interested in the wallet. The wallet is super simple. The Slush wallet for Sui is one click DeFi application, so you can start earning just by clicking and using the strategy button. I think that's very much so a game changer compared to a lot of these other layer ones that you kind of got to go and play with and figure out as far as what dApps to use to get a certain or looking, if you're looking for a yield, you got to kind of go and do discovery on your own, do your own research. And not saying you don't have to do your own research with Sui, but they do have the one-click automation button where you can just click it, and if you got that token, you can supply it, and it makes it easier to earn yield and do DeFi things, man. So that's why what really attracts me to Sui, in my personal opinion, just the simplicity of the wallet and making it easier to get involved in DeFi. Like if I was getting somebody in the crypto space and I wanted them to start using DeFi, Sui would be the one of the first blockchains I would use because it's simple, it's one-click automation, and you don't have to think too much of it, man. That's what we need to get towards in DeFi if we want everybody to use DeFi. If we want retail to come into DeFi and actually use these tools, we got to make it easier and simple for the people, for the retail investor and the consumer. Something else, man. Sui has had a very strong move after putting in its low and retracing the 1st of December dump. Now consolidating against resistance with the 4-hour 200 MA and EMA right above. If this can break above the 1.81 area, I will be targeting the $2 region again, man. So, man, with that, Sui's 2x leverage ETF just went live on NASDAQ. So this gives traders and investors more ways to speculate on it. Just be careful with the volatility as always. So, like I said, I want to trade leverage. Leverage, I stay away from leverage. All you got to do is buy spot, man. Sui is one of those coins that you want to continue to pay attention to, and it's going to appreciate over time. And that's not me giving financial advice whatsoever. That's just me kind of, being optimistic about the future because, like I said, if Sui can attract a lot of retail consumers, I think this is the blockchain that a lot of retails will do business on or do try to earn yield on because it's very simple, man. And if we zoom out, we are only down 4% all time with Sui. So we are still in the early stages of Sui, and now it's probably one of the best times to really get in because we are still down like crazy. And something else, man, like I said, the digital asset treasuries, companies that's holding SUI on its books right now is three companies, and that's going to continue to grow, man. They're holding 3% of the circulating supply of SUI. So institutions are buying SUI. Now we got digital asset treasuries, and these companies are looking at SUI as one of the layer ones that they want to hold. Something else, if we just looking at the overall DeFi side of things, man, DeFi is set to grow. Right now, we at $122 billion. We know back in 2021, we were once upon a time at 173. So we have yet to really go back into the 2021 vibes and 2021 highs. But I do think DeFi will continue to grow over time. I do think DeFi is still undervalued at this moment in time. And I think a lot of people who are in the crypto space not even using crypto how they supposed to. You know, a lot of people just buy cryptos on centralized exchanges and hold them, but not actually use the token for the utility that it was made for. And with that, we got to be understand once if SUI is able to really get people onto the blockchain, onto using these DeFi strategies, I do think this will increase, the total value locked as far as not just with SUI, but with all blockchains. And this is going to be big for SUI just because SUI has, some simple, easy to use DeFi. So if, the total value lock as far as all across our blockchain goes up, this will absolutely be beneficial for the SUI coin because DeFi is so simple on SUI. So Crypto Tro, that's my video. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget, turn on those notifications. Also, link to the Coinbase is in the description. Click that link, trade that $20 and get that free $30 when you trade. And also the Discord is in there. All my links down there. Crypto Tro. I'm out of here.